All right, Shalom. We want to start by saying, call Lord Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem Kakadash. Double honors to the apostles of Israel, aka the apostles of Great Millstone, and peace and love to all the Akim. Continue to preach the truth and our truth and sincerity. All right, real quick. So, this is random, well, kind of random, but when you say random, usually, it really means just in the spirit. I was chilling at the plantation today. I just, had a little downtime sitting in the van. And I just went to the last two chapters in Revelation, which is 21 and 22, the last two chapters of the New Testament. And so I'm reading the first few verses, I believe, of 21. We're talking about, I believe that's the new heaven and new Jerusalem. And whatnot, new heaven, new earth. I believe that was what it was. Hold up. Right, yeah. So there was, Revelation 21, we talk about the new heaven and new earth, right? So I'm reading this, and I'm reading the thing, verse 4, I'm reading verse 4, and I'm like, that's a dead red flag that those aren't the people, those small hats aren't the real people, because if that was the case, and they were those people, that means that the verse 4 should have happened. That didn't happen. This right here in Revelation 21 is going to be a world event. This is actually going to be a world event. This is going to shake up the world, literally. The destruction of America and the return of Yahweh Shai to the earth. The first spirit that Yahweh created coming back to the earth since the time of what? Solomon, I think. Because he hasn't reincarnated into another body. When he went back up on the cross, when he went on the cross, and then when he was resurrected from that, when he was given the glory, he was macking for a little bit. He was macking for a little bit on earth. Then he went back up. He said, "What? I'm going back up." And he's going what? Sit back on the right hand of the Father, Yahweh. But at that time, when he had came back, he was in his full glory. He was in his glory. He had his heavenly body. He was doing his thing. He already had seen it. He said, "I defeated death." Because you gotta remember when the Lord revealed himself unto John the Revelator in the book of Revelation, the crucifixion been happened. A lot of things been happened already. A lot of things already passed. What now we're in the last days before his return back, which is what the MOTB, Esau's rule. Jacob's downfall, Jacob going into slavery one more time, spiritually Sodom and Egypt. The last day prophecies, the earth being destroyed by these devils, the heathens getting up above Jacob. A lot of things came to fruition already. Right now, presently in January 2024, a lot of things as far as the prophecies, a lot of things have either taken off or they have already happened. Remember the first and second woe passed, the third woe coming quickly. Revelation 11 and 14. We're dealing in a lot of the book of Revelation is very keen to present life right now. I'm talking about the book of Revelation. That's the book, and you can't say, the Old Testament. No, that's the last book of the New Testament, the book of Revelation. There's a lot of things happening right now, present day, 2024, that tie into Revelation. So real quick. That tie into Revelation. That tie into Revelation. I'm trying to block this call. That tie into Revelation. Revelation, the 18th chapter. The daughter of Babylon. Mentioned throughout all of Revelation. The daughter of Babylon is America. How about that? Explain that. If you a person that think that you're so smart, and you have brothers starting with the apostles on down from GMS, the apostles of Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahweh Shai, if they told broken down to the world on this internet that they broken down how the daughter of Babylon spoken on in Revelation, the daughter of Babylon, how that is America, and it fits. What does it have to do with the Old Testament? We're talking about the book of Revelation, the last book of the New Testament. where the Lord is talking about the daughter of Babylon is fallen, it is fallen. The same daughter of Babylon, the same kingdom, which mentioned in Isaiah the 47th chapter. Don't you people really understand what's really happening right now? What times we're really living in? We're living in the last days for real. So any day now, Yahweh Shai is going to crack the sky. And he's going to put all the world is going to take notice. And be like, see, that's it right there. That's what we were talking about. He's back now. And once he comes back, he's never leaving the earth again. That's what you heathens got to understand. Once he comes back, which those days, with all the shit y'all doing over there in the Middle East, so on and so forth, all those things happening, it's all leading to his return. And once he returns, he's never going to leave us again. He said, what did Yahweh Bashim Yahushua say? Then I should be a God unto them, and they should be my people. That's when Yahweh Shai returns. When he's going to build up the tabernacle of David, build up the ruined cities, the waste cities. How they going to be ruined? How they going to be wasted? Because the fucking ICBMs over there in our land, our holy land, got to get purged of all that wickedness Amalek did over there. And I have a few articles, RT Today and Times of Small Hats, TOY, if you don't know. I say small hats because I don't know how they really get down. Because they be trying to flag people. But look, I got these 4 articles and there's plenty more. There's plenty more. Plenty more. As a man that believes in the truth, these are exciting times to just look at the news. Because right now, all we read now is the last days prophecies in the news now. Because now it's all in the news. The third woe is all it's in the news right now. All you see right now is things pertaining to war. Because what did the Lord say? What? Is a time of love, a time of war, a time of peace, time of hate? What time are we in now? A time of hate, a time of war. Everybody's against each other. This is a time of adversity. This is a time where everybody has to choose a side. This is a time where the Lord is going to show who his chosen is. But let me get some of these articles. I actually have 5. Hold up. What's this one? Oh, now you wanna. Okay, this is an article. I'm not gonna bring this up, but this is a good one. It says Germany could copy Brexit, AFD leader. So Germany, this actually. Oh, they shall hit. Oh, maybe I should bring this out through the spirit because this is an EU country. Germany, teaming. The wise men of Edom, they shall hate the whore. Who's the whore though? The whore is America. Now, I'm going to read this. I'm going to read some of this. Now, Germany could copy Brexit, AFD leader. It says alternative for Germany. Leader Alice Weidel has said that she would let the people decide whether to remain in the EU. So what? She said she's going to let the people of Germany decide if they're going to stay in the EU. And we all know who the EU is according to prophecy. The beast, the whore, all that EU, NATO, including America, all these Esau countries, all wrapped up in one. But it said they all gonna hate the whore. So she said, okay, so it says Britain was dead right to leave the European Union. Germany could end up following suit. So this is not good. So you mean so where's the fine line in this? And that's not even the first paragraph. That's just the first line. It says, and Germany could end up following suit. Now, Germany is the scientist. Germany is where all the wise men came out of Edom. Teaming. It says, alternative for Germany leader Alice Weidel has said Weidel's right-wing faction has become the country's second most popular party. According to polls, despite left-wing protests and rumors of an impending ban. It says, in an interview with the Financial Times, published on Monday, Weidel said that an AFD-led government would seek to reform the EU to wrest back national sovereignty from the unselected executive, that is, E-Commission. Should this fail, she said that she would let the people decide whether or not the country would stay in the Union, just as Britain did. It says the UK's 2016 Brexit referendum is a model for Germany. That one can make a sovereign decision like that, she added. So we see what direction this is headed. So if she's saying that we're gonna put this in we're gonna give the choice to the people, that means that she has an idea what choice the people are gonna make. I would think so. So it says, and it's funny that the AFD, the A is capital and the F is not capital and the D is capital. But anyway, it says has long called for the orderly dissolution of the EU, but dropped this language from its latest policy document published last summer. The new paper describes the EU as a failed project and calls for the bloc to be reformed as a federation of European nations with all EU laws that supersede national law to be scrapped. Now this is from Russia Today. This is regular news platform. This is Russia Today. RT News. Talking about Germany is almost in the direction of following suit after the UK, who left 2016. So it says for anything with the EU is going to be scrapped. Basically, it says the AFD opposes the EU's migrant resettlement quotas, its environmental policies, its military reliance on the U.S., and its embargo on Russian fossil fuel imports. Russian fossil fuel imports. They try to rock what Russia sound like. And what are people going to do when people really understand how much America is going to be left on the island soon? I'm talking about the world, the nations. Remember, the Lord said all these things are faithful and true that his prophet said and that he said, first and foremost, that he said. When Yahushua walked the earth, he said what? Before I return, there should be wars, rumors of wars, kingdoms against kingdoms, nations against nations. What the fuck do you think this is? What do people think this is? You think this is just a, what? Just this is life? No, this is last day prophecies coming to pass. So it says, since inception in 2013, the AFD has become best known for its hardline stance on immigration. If elected, Waddell told the Financial Times that her party would introduce effective border controls and immediately deport foreign criminals. Now, I don't know how much they, because, this is all game, so she could just be capping just like these American politicians. But what I can say is this: these other countries are not like America. And that's what Americans don't understand. These other countries don't run the same way as America. America is sometimes like a free-for-all, but other countries are a little more conservative in their traditional ways from days of old. Even the Edomite ones. They just do shit behind closed doors. But anyway, that's enough of that. What's this one? So with that article, you have Germany thinking about leaving the EU. And if they was to leave the EU, that would really hurt. That would really shake shit up, and not in a good way. And that would not be good for America, or Esau. Nah, I ain't gonna fuck with that one. Them small hats be on it. Fuck. So, hold up. Okay, so I'm going to be very careful with this article. So it says, bloody red line. Amalek risks dragging another Ishmaelite country into war. Now, basically that's the small hats and Ishmael. So basically saying that the small hats risk, and it's RT as well, RT. It says into another country into war. It says small hats plan to recapture Philadelphia corridor, but experts warn that might be a bad idea. Now this is all in regards to what's going on right now with these these things going on over there in the eastern part of the world. So, it reads, it says the 14-kilometer border that separates Gaza from Egypt has been used for years by militants in the enclave to smuggle weapons, technology, money, and personnel. So that means people. It says to stop that from happening, Small Hats is now mulling the possibility of reoccupying it. Okay? So it's been more than 100 days since Small Hat Amalek kicked off its swords operation in Gaza following the bloody attack of October 7th, when more than 1,200 Amalekites were brutally murdered at the hands of Hamas militants. PM Bibi Netanyahu vowed to punish those responsible for the massacre, which also left more than 5,000 people wounded. He further promised to take out the Islamic group that controls Gaza and to demilitarize that enclave that has posed a threat to Small Hat security. But more than 3 months down the line, officials in West Jerusalem still seem to be scratching their heads over how to achieve those goals. So right now, they saying they had these goals, but as of going on right now with all this intensity and with all of what's going on as far as everybody taking notice, they don't feel that closer to the goal, even with all this bloodshed already. And they still haven't gotten back the people that have been taken, because when somebody dies, it's like, all right, they've passed. When it comes to the hostages, that's why they keep saying to bring the hostages home, to bring the captives home. So it says the main challenge is the continuous flow of arms, technology, and money to Gaza, from which militants of Hamas and Palestinian Islamic Jihad continue to fire those rockets. And Amalek believes it is coming from the Sinai Peninsula, smuggled through the border via the so-called Philadelphia route. It says the term emerged in 1982 following the peace treaty between Amalek and Mizraim, which is the land of Egypt, and the subsequent demarcation of the border. According to that agreement, both sides deployed troops on their respective sides along the 14-kilometer line, a move that promised stability and security. But several years later, in 1987, during the first Intifada, the Palestinians started digging tunnels under the axes, through which they smuggled goods and weapons, as well as militants and money. So I guess they evaded from the plan. And they said that was 1987. It's 2024 now. So who's to say that all of what they were doing in the 1980s, while Amalek is just chilling, posted, just thinking they just the shit. These motherfucking Ishmael been out here digging tunnels in that very land since it says 1987. And they just found out about it. So it says by 2005, when Amalek evacuated 17 settlements from the Gazians, handed over control of the axis to the Palestinian Authority. The group already had hundreds of such tunnels, and their numbers continue to grow, especially after Hamas seized power in the enclave in 2007, which was what? 17 years ago now. So 17 years ago. I know people that have 17-year-old children. 17 years is not that long ago, but 17 years is a long time to be doing things unnoticed. So and that's probably why they able to carry out the things they're doing right now, because they had to drop. They had to drop. And that's in 2007. It's 2024. And the war started, and Amalek is mad behind. But Ishmael out here, they've been doing it. They've been really preparing for this. Let's sit on that. So to go back to my original point, which is Revelation, the 21st chapter, and it proves that that's not y'all. Small Hats. That's not y'all. Revelation, the 21st chapter, the 4th verse, solely alone. Because just off what's going on presently right now to you, I would think that would make this scripture lie. And the Lord said what? He cannot lie. All he said is faithful and true, and it is. Now, this is Revelation 21:1. And it says, and I saw a new heaven and a new earth. Now, that didn't happen when they got into that land. We didn't see no majestic kingdom, and we didn't see nothing, nothing that even comes close to what's described the kingdom of Israel is going to be. And I'm talking about in the land in that land where Amalek is presently, right now. And it says, and the first earth and it says, for the first heaven and the first earth were passed away. Now, if the first earth and the first heaven were passed away, when they left, if they're those people, if they left that land and then came back, why did it stay the same? These other nations still had the gain over the children of Israel. How is it that you're those people, but yet you have gain over the world? You have stability over people. Not so much now. But I'm talking about in that time, in the early 2000s, the 90s, the 80s, the 70s, the 60s, y'all were just in our land chilling, enjoying the fatness of the earth. And then you had your elites, the elites of the Esau Edom. Yeah, you higher ups. That's who Yahushua gonna get personally with his hands. And remember, the Lord said what in Isaiah 63? Who is this coming from Basra? That's y'all Edomites, man. So when Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahushua, when Yahweh gives Yahushua to go ahead to actually physically manifest back on the earth, that's when you're going to really realize that you don't run the show no more. And you kind of probably feel that way now. But you still can fucking run people around and give people orders. But that list is getting shorter and shorter. And you're making less and less more physical contact. Because you devils, you billionaires, they say you trillionaires, you billionaires, you going to the bunkers, man. Oh, y'all trying to go underground or go up there. But whether you go up there, whether you go down there, Yahushua gonna get you regardless. The Lord knows your spirit. He's the ultimate telekinesis. Professor Xavier, that's kids stuff. We're talking about Yahushua, the first spirit created, the only begotten Son. The one vessel that Yahweh gave all his power in that vessel and in that spirit. That's what Yahushua is, and that's what you're going to have to deal with for all of what you've been doing on the earth, even to this day. And it says, and there was no more sea. And it says, verse 2, and it says, and I, John, saw the holy city, New Jerusalem, coming down from Yahweh out of heaven. Now, did that happen with them? Did the world take notice of that when they got in the land? Yeah, everybody remembers when they went in that land, but that wasn't a world event. When this happens, this is going to be talked about for eternity. It's not going to be a thing that's going to not be talked about. Once after it happened, I'm talking about. Because look how much we're talking about it now, and it hasn't happened. So imagine once it actually physically manifests, and the kingdom of Israel, the kingdom of the sons of Jacob, the true children of the nation of Israel, once they are established by Yahushua, once that happens, that's going to be talked about forever. Forever. Forever and ever. More and more. And no one's going to be able to stop it. Once Yahushua comes, nobody's going to be able to stop it. Yeah, you can stop the internet. You can stop things from being said on the internet. But once Yahushua comes back, there is no more internet. So this is verse 2, and it says, and I, John, saw the holy city, New Jerusalem, coming down from Yahweh out of heaven, prepared as a bride adorned for her husband. Prepared as a bride adorned for her husband. Now, everybody knows how beautiful that moment is supposed to be. A bride being, you know what I'm saying, all dolled up, beautied up to be given off in marriage to her husband. And the Lord, and that's why the Lord said what? The nation of Israel is what? His woman. The bride. And Yahushua is who? The bridegroom. The bridegroom. The nation of Israel, starting one that's going to be beautified is the elect. Because those are the ones that's going to be first given back to Yahweh through Yahushua. That's going to come back and then the Lord is going to acknowledge us as a nation. The remnant. That's what we hope to be a part of. That's what brothers hope to be a part of. To be the first recipients of that. Fuck all this other shit in this world right now. This world is over. But continuing on in verse 3, it says, and I heard a great voice out of heaven saying, behold, the tabernacle of Yahweh is with men. So that means that the Heavenly Father is a what? A male, in a sense, a man. All right? And it says, and I heard a great voice out of heaven saying, behold, the tabernacle of Yahweh is with men, and he will dwell with them. And they shall be his people, and Yahweh himself shall be with them and be their God. And how's he going to do that? Through Yahweh Shai. That's how he's going to do it. In verse 4, and now this is Revelation chapter 21, verse 4, right? Now keep in mind, Amalek is in the land right now. This in the land that this is supposed to go down at, right? Those people over there are claiming to be the sons of Jacob, I presume. The sons and daughters of Jacob, the children of the promise, right? The children of the covenant, Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob. That's you? That's y'all, right? Well, read Revelation chapter 21, verse 4, and I'm going to read it right now. It says, and Yahweh shall wipe away all tears from their eyes, but yet they crying like a motherfucker right now. They're crying because of what's going on from what happened a couple months ago. Because right now, the people, I don't know how much civilians are of Amalek, but right now it's more so military. The Ishmael's the ones getting citizens and whatnot, being taken out, going back to the spirit world, going back to Yahweh, by Hashem Yahweh Shai. But you Amalekites over there in that land are still not satisfied. You're still not happy. You don't have tears. You're not joyous over there right now. You're upset with your leadership. You're upset with Bibi. You're upset that the people that's been taken and not been brought back. But the Lord said what? He gonna wipe away tears from their eyes, and there shall be no more death. There should be no more death. But yo, you die over there, Amalek. You die over there in the land. Y'all don't have immortality. Nobody has immortality. I've not met one immortal small hat. To that they lived, they was immortal. Where were they at? Please let me know. Right now, January 23rd. If there's an immortal Amalekite small hat, you know those people with the small hats or the top hats, if there's any one of them that's immortal, you could bring them to the nearest center. You can't find it. They get old, they get sick. Don't sound blessed to me. And now you got this laying on your hands. So what's up? So if he said there should be no more death, neither sorrow, so that means that what did Yahweh Shai say? I defeated death. So the ones when he comes back and delivers his people, they're not gonna die. That don't happen with y'all. It says neither sorrow, and y'all definitely got sorrow right now. Oh, bring them back, bring them back. Bring the hostages back. Is that not what you say? Don't you say you want them to bring them back, or you want to find them, right? But yet they still dying, and what you call it, the military, y'all still fighting. Where's that at in the scripture where it said the children of the promise was going to be fighting after they was taken out the land and then brought back? Where's that at? Where's that at in the story? Because that's not in the scriptures. No version. Because once the kingdom is established, there's going to be no more for writing. We're going to be living it. Where's your direction to the promise, Amalek? That's why the Lord said, what? Ye inherited lies. It said neither sorrow nor crying. If you go right here, right? Look. Times of small hats. Hold up. Look at it. This was today. This was today. Oops. I'm just read. Look at this. Soldiers. That's Amalek. When this is their news platform, so they talk about their soldiers. It says in deadliest incident of that 21 soldiers taken out as building collapsed in blast. So a building collapsed. But that's in the Holy Land, right? But in this Revelation, it said they shall have neither death nor sorrow, no more death, neither sorrow nor crying, neither shall there be any more pain, for the former things are passed away. So if y'all left and then y'all got back, because there's a record of y'all when y'all came to that land, so obviously you were rooted out. So if you were rooted out, you didn't brought back 1948. Let's talk about the brass tag. You were brought back 1948. So now, 2024, you were brought back in the land, in the kingdom of heaven, I guess, if you're those people in that land. And then this happens. Then this happens though. What's up with that? That don't make sense. You can't make it make sense because it's a lie. You can't make a lie make sense to a person that knows the truth. And the truth is out. Now the truth is out. Amalek. To the world, Yahweh Bashim Yahushai said the truth is out. The skirt has been lifted. The plan has been exposed. Now you just have to keep doing the shit. And being a little more blatant. All right. So verse 5 it reads. It says, "And he that sat upon a throne said, Behold, I make all things new. And he said unto me, Write, for these words are true and faithful." So we have to talk about. So if the autos pay, that means that this is after all of this, because this is when the kingdom is established. This is John. Some of the things John saw. They actually saw some of John and other prophets. They actually saw the kingdom established. That's why he said, "What I seen a new heaven and a new earth." He saw the kingdom in its its finest glory. To the top, immortality. He saw Israel immortal. He saw Yahweh Shai. That's why he said, "Fear not, for I'm the first and the last. All things were given unto me." Oh, so he said, "I make all things new," and I'm gonna go to another scripture too, through the Spirit. And so this is Revelation 21:5. "And he that sat upon the throne said, Behold, I make all things new. And he said unto me, Write, for these words are true and faithful." John wrote it. And this is what, for us, for an example, things written aforetime, written for our learning today. Are written to know what the Lord looks like, to know what things went down and why they went down. Even from the time of Moses up until now. Our history being written. And all the things happening in present day life written back then. That's how deep this goes. That's how you know this word is faith. That's how you know it's true. Because now it's happening and it was said prior. It's not being said after the fact. It's being said before the fact. That's what a prophecy is. A prophet is what? To say before. We're saying before it happens. The apostles of GMS on down was saying this before it started happening. And then more and more men just started saying it. So how much more men saying it till it's going to just start happening? Verse 6, I'm going to read verse 6 too. And it says, "And he said unto me, It is done. I am Alpha and Omega, the beginning and the end. I will give unto him that is athirst of the fountain of water of life freely." And what basically does that mean? Immortality. Put on immortality. For Yahushua said, "What? I defeated death." Why? How? Because Yahushua allowed him to. Yahweh gave it to Yahushua. He gave him the bag. He gave him the alley. He said, "What? You're my son. Boom. Give it all to you, and then you do whatever." But it's all through the spirit of Yahweh. That's why we say what? Through the spirit of Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushua. The Father doing everything in his name through his son's name, Yahushua. That's it. You can't go anywhere near to Yahweh without Yahushua. That's why Yahushua is so important. Because he is he's the mediator of he's the mediator. He is the author and finisher of our faith, the lawyer. He was the one that Yahweh said, "You know what? All right, you gonna be the one, but since you gotta bring it back, you gotta be back by your blood." And Yahushua was put in the body, that spirit was put in the body. His last go around, to put in the body that didn't sin, that was blameless, that he never committed no sin. and he still got the death of a sinner. That's why I said, well, he died with the sinners, but he never sinned. He was blameless, and Esau had him beat through the 2/3. But look, that's how it went down, and that's the point of the story. And now everybody got to fess up, and everybody got to be held accountable for what they were doing leading up to that event. If you're a heathen, you're going to get a heathen. You're just going to be put in slavery. But I'm talking as far as Jacob and Esau. It's only two sides. For Jake, you can either be part of the elect or not. And if you're an Edomite, you have to be either part of the high class or lower class, but you're still getting the same judgment from the house of Edom. Just the higher up is going to be put down. And you're going to be put down more. And the elect will be put up. But Yahushua is going to be the one he's going to offset all of that. No, it can't be done without Yahushua's first getting the first swing. Wait ye upon me. So speaking of which, damn, it's more into this. Damn, I'm gonna read verse 7. The Revelation 21:7. I keep reading on stop. I'm gonna read verse 7. And it says, he that overcometh shall inherit all things, and I will be his God, and he shall be my son. And that's gonna be what? The first fruits after Yahushua. So who are those? That's the elect, the 144,000 men. The 144,000 spirits that were created after Yahushua. And by Yahushua. If you want to get technical. You know? Verse 8, and here's where it gets kind of tricky. This is the side you don't want to be on. And it says, but the fearful and unbelieving and abominable and murderers and whoremongers and sorcerers and idolaters and all liars shall have their part in the lake which burneth with fire and brimstone, which is the second death. And that is so scary, bro. Because we all fucked up already. Righteousness is filthy rags. Brothers got things we're not proud of in this vessel, in this life, knowing the truth. You had, for an example, you had time, even the Passover coming up, you've had times where brothers have slipped up and eaten things with yeast and leaven. Not too much as you get more and more seasoned, but it happens. You slip up. That's why you have to hope that Yahushua's blood covers our sins, because we've already sinned. And the second death is going to be that fire, the ICBMs, and when Yahushua comes back with the legion. That's what you have to hope and pray that you're part of the elect, because if you're not, you're going to get that. Verse 9, it says, and there come unto me one of the seven angels which have the seven vials full of the seven last plagues, and talk with me, saying, come hither, I will show thee the bride, the Lamb's wife. Now, who's the Lamb's wife? First and foremost, the elect. But of who? The elect of who? The nation of Israel. Everything starts with the elect of Israel, but then ultimately the nation of Israel. It is how you getting brought to the wedding. But that's it on that. I'm gonna go to the big. Boom. Hebrews, the first chapter, and I'm gonna start at the first verse. Hebrews 1:1. Yahweh, excuse me, who at sundry times and in divers manners spake in time past unto the fathers by the prophets, which I hope to be one. Because I'm prophesying right now, I want to endure to the end. I want to prophesy unto the end, to Yahushua's return, however it may be. But I want to be doing this until the end, however it goes. Because there's nothing else to hope for. What is else? There's nothing to hope for in America. What do you want to hope to be the best? What, Hollywood actor? What you want to be the best detective in your town? What you want to be the best teacher? What do you want to be? Employee of the month? Like, what is there in America that's so great to achieve? It's done here. This shit is over. This shit is about survival to the next check, man. Check to check life. By the prophet. So verse 2, it says, and hath in these last days spoken unto us by his son. Who is his son? Yahushua. Whom he have appointed heir of all things, by whom also he made the worlds. He said all things. That means literally what it says, all things. All things. Everything is a thing. Everything is everything. Ain't no thing. He said that. Hath in these last days spoken unto us by his son. So what? Even what I'm doing right now is through the spirit of Yahweh Shai. Because I'm speaking what he wants. This is what his will is, their will is. Because it's the truth. So it said, by his son whom he hath appointed heir of all things, by whom also he made the worlds. Verse 3 of Hebrews chapter 1. Who being the brightness of his glory and the express image of his person. So Yahweh Shai is the express image of Yahweh's person. What did Yahweh Shai always say? You see me, you see my Father in heaven. That's what Yahweh made Yahweh Shai to be. His express image is just, because what did Yahweh tell Moses? No man can see my face and live. No man has seen my face and lived. He put Yahweh Shai to be that representation. That's why when he comes back, everything got to be right. Everything going to be made right. Everything will be made right and pure, and Israel's going to be put back in its proper place in glory. And this is going to just seem like a bad dream. Because this is a nightmare. Being in the kingdom, being a man, and not being able to have the finer things in life. Or having to pay extreme amounts of money for the finer things in life for a short amount of time. That's hell. That's hell. That's vain. That's vanity. And Solomon had it all, but he said, what? It's all vanity because why? He was going to die. The other half of riches is immortality. That's what Israel's going to get. All the nations had riches, but no nation, no heathen could say there was a time where they were immortal. And that's where they're going to know that Israel are the gods on earth, the sons of God, because these are going to be the men that from here on out, when Yahushua comes back, these men right here that he gives that power, these are the men that are never going to die. Ever. You should not taste death. Yahushua defeated death. The Lord, Yahushua said, what? In the book of Revelation, I got the keys to hell and death. That's our God. Okay, so verse 3. So if Yahweh Shai is what? Who being the brightness of his glory and the express image of his person. So the body you see when Yahweh Shai comes back in all of his glory, that's like basically saying Yahweh. But it's not Yahweh. Okay? It says, and upholding all things by the word of his power. When he had by himself purged our sins, that beating. By himself purged those sins. Hold up. Purged our sins, excuse me. Purged our sin. Only Yahushua can purge sins. Because remember, the Lord wasn't dealing with sacrifice. We ain't got nothing to sacrifice anyway. But he wasn't dealing with the sacrifice if we did have the animals. So he said, being and upholding all things by the word of his power, when he had by himself purged our sins, sat down on the right hand of the majesty on high. That's what Yahushua is doing right now. And he's waiting to come back on earth and show the world that power and inflict righteous judgment throughout the whole earth. Even though he's doing that now, but nobody's giving him the credit, and you don't see him. But he's going to actually come back on the earth and be seen, be visible, be physically manifested, be able to be touched, be able to be in the midst of things. He's going to be in the midst of everything, actually, because he made the world, appointed heir of all things. So all things, we're a thing. I am a thing. A man is a thing, and we belong to Yahweh Shai. Verse 4 says, being made so much better than the angels, as he have by inheritance obtained a more excellent name than they. No, only Yahweh Shai. And it says, verse 5 says, for unto which of the angels said he at any time, thou art my son, this day have I begotten thee. No other angel. None of the four archangels, none of the angels. It would have only been him, because he was the actual first thing that the Lord created before the angels. Remember that everything came after Yahweh Shai was created. So you already know on a level of really what Yahweh Shai is. Remember, like, you have creators, right? You have creators. They had their first creation. So, like, for instance, it's a company out there. It's West Bubble Fuck. Toys R Us. Toys R Us. The guy that created Toys R Us, the first toy he created, let's say it was the giraffe he created. That's always going to be the most memorable thing because it was his first. So Yahweh Shai being the express image of Yahweh because Yahweh created him first. So he basically made him a twin. Because you had, like when a person looks like their father, it's like it's your twin. I can attest to that because people say I look just like my earthly father. And I do. So that's why Yahweh Shai said, you see me, you see my Father in heaven. And it says, and again, I will be to him a father, and he shall be to me a son. Now, who else are you going to say that to? Because remember, who lost it first? He did, as Adam. And then we all fell from grace. It was always after him, and it's going to be received after him because he got it back. So all the rest of the sons of God are going to receive that immortality and that glory as in the days of old after he did, which is coming up because he already got it. Verse 6, and it says, and again, when he bringeth in the first begotten into the world, he saith, and let all the angels of Yahweh worship him. Because Yahweh Shai is going to be that express image of Yahweh's person. That's why he's so important. Because without him, we have no connection to the Heavenly Father. That's why Yahweh made him. That's the story. He made him to be an express image of his person so he can make what he say faithful and true because he told Moses, no man can... Matter of fact, let's get it. What did he tell Moses? I'm going to go to the point. Because it was at 40 minutes. Yeah, I'm going to get to the point right now. So this is the book of Exodus, chapter 33. I'm going to start verse 19, and it reads, And he said, I will make all my goodness pass before thee, and I will proclaim the name of the Lord before thee, and will be gracious to whom I will be gracious, and will show mercy on whom I will show mercy. I will show mercy. Verse 20, and he said, so this is after all the conversation he had with Moses, and Moses asked him that question, so that was the answer, and it's the point of verse 20, and it reads, and he said, thou canst not see my face, for there shall no man see me and live. Because what Yahweh Shai about to bring is about to be all the anger of Yahweh. Remember, Yahweh is the angry one. He's put, Yahweh Shai too, but Yahweh Shai still, all in all, is still a creation. Yahweh is the creator. He's the angry one. That's why Yahweh Shai said what? I'm coming to do the will of my Father in heaven. The will of Yahweh. That's who Yahweh Shai is representing. He don't got nobody else to represent. Who's over Yahweh? There's no one over Yahweh. There's no man over Yahweh Shai. That's the beauty of it. That's the chain of command that's going to be on the earth soon. Yahweh the creator, that glory, all that what he is still all that Yahweh Shai. He going to put Yahweh Shai back on the earth soon. And then everybody going to be like, oh, that's the one true living God, the God of Jacob. There he is right there. Boom. And that's going to be it. And then everybody's going to be like, oh, everybody's going to be back. All the Israelites that died, everybody's going to be back. And everybody's going to be back right. Just like, oh, slap. Like, oh, family reunion. The family reunion. That's going to be the ultimate family reunion. When the nation of Israel, the whole seed of Israel, gets back and Yahweh Shai be like, now you are my people. But yeah, he said no man can see his face and live. That was in Exodus 33. So you know with that, Lord willing, this is edifying. We give all praises to Yahweh, by Hashem, Yahweh Shai, by Hashem, Kakadash. Double honor to the Apostle of Israel, a.k.a. the Apostle of Great Millstone, and peace and love to all the Akim, preach the truth, and all truth and sincerity. Hey, shalom to all watching, shalom, we almost out of here. All I can say technically is just take it one day at a time, and the Lord said he shortened the days, and we almost out of here because, man, hey, shalom.